drive a different view. One more laugh shared with you.
It's almost indescribable until you've been out on the street a couple years ago of exactly how you do feel, except you're scared all the time. Because we're not the monsters that we're made out to be.
Very diverse group, you name it, and their clients. We have senior people, we have children, and we have everything in between.
Everybody has a different background of where they're coming from, why they're here at the Beacon, and what they're actually going through. They've probably lost their job, they've lost their loved ones, and somehow they're going through a depression right now.
It could be me. The face of homelessness has changed. It's people living one paycheck at a time that lose their jobs in these times, and all of a sudden they lose their mortgage, they can't pay their mortgage, they lose their home, their car gets taken back. They find themselves on the streets.
With our clients here, if one domino falls, they lose their job, they can't get to work, they can't get the car payment, they can't do this, and the dominoes just keep falling and falling and falling. And our goal here is to really reach out and find some way to be able to help those dominoes from falling for a lot of our clients and people that come to the Beacon. That is my long-range goal.
A lot of people lately that a week, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, they had a job, they had a home, they had a family unit, and all of a sudden there's just one straw that breaks the camel's back.
People who live on the streets, who choose not to go to shelters such as I do for certain reasons, they need a place where they can come to shower, to launder, and to eat, and so they can make themselves in a presentable way so they can go out during the day and search for employment, and interact with the community. A lot of suffering begins without these services.
If you're trying to find a job and you have dirty clothes or you haven't been showered in a while, it's hard to find a job. And so this is a way to help them stand a little bit taller and regroup and face the day. Every item that we prepare is made from scratch. Part of Dignity and Respect is we offer choices. We prepare 2 meats every day, 3 vegetables every day, and 2 salads every day that they get to choose 1 meat, 2 vegetables, and a salad. We've got it down to about $1.21 per meal because we make everything from scratch and we utilize volunteers in helping us cook.
I came here and I was like, golly, I could get a salad, I get fruit salad, I get regular food, not a sandwich or, I could get fed and I could get coffee, tea, I could get shower, laundry, I could get taken care of and also get the services that the Beacon offers.
We have meal service. We serve lunch to anywhere between 500 and 800 clients a day. We also do laundry services and we do showers. We also have an extensive case management program where we have not only licensed staff but volunteers that are trained to do case management as well to help us with the client's needs to get them off the streets. So whereas one service is providing nutrition for just the body, the other we feel is very important to provide nutrition for the soul as well and help them to find that path to self-sufficiency.
We help people. We help them other than just feeding them. Feeding them is wonderful, and we need to be feeding people 7 days a week. Everybody I know eats 7 days a week. There's not many that can get by on 4 days a week.
Bridges Hope is a year-long intensive program for women coming out of Texas prisons. They have to be clean and sober for 6 months, meaning they have to come from a halfway house.
The only thing that saved my life was my going to jail. And some people might think that's a bad thing, but to me it's what saved my life and put me where I am today. My first husband and I divorced. It's like my life just spiraled. The feeling that you get when you get to work with someone
and you see a couple who from the time you started volunteering was sleeping under a bridge and had addiction issues, and their children were all over town with different relatives. And when you're able to work with them, and today those people have an apartment of their own, and he has a job and she's home with their baby, to me that makes my life complete. You know, if I never do another good thing in my life, I know that in some way I've made a small help in someone else's life.
To me, it has been an inspiring transformation, you know, that I'm going through from the inside out. Words cannot really explain how grateful I am that I was a part of the Bridges Up program.
Another drive, a different view.
This is the best staff program here in Houston. I've been to them all, but this one is the best.
The Beacon is such a unique experience, I think, for any cities, because I've been in other cities too, of the services that they provide, that the Beacon has hit the nail on the head.
The Beacon offers showers, laundry services. You know, they provide a lot of help for a lot of people if you want the help.
I interact with the clients when they come into the laundry back there, and usually I just say, "Hi, how are you doing?" And so many times the response is, "I'm blessed." And that helps me to know how blessed I am. If a person in their circumstances can look at life with what they've been dealt and say, "I'm blessed," that's truly a blessing to me.
I'm treated like a queen. I really am. They treat me with respect. And you don't get that anywhere. The homeless don't get that anywhere. You know, in certain places, you can't go use the bathroom just anywhere unless you have money or unless you buy something. You can't just walk into any place to cool off, or you can't walk into any place to warm.
But you know, if you have any questions on homeless, come here and see what homelessness is really all about.
All of our services are 85% led by volunteers. We are intensively volunteer driven. On any day to really run at our full capacity, it takes 75 volunteers a day. They help us cook, they help us clean, they help us serve.
Of course, coming down here and working, it's such a gift to be able to be here. I think I get more out of it than the clients get out of it.
That's exactly what keeps me coming back. They're such lovable people, and everybody deserves a second chance. That's, you know, life turns on a dime, and you don't know when you're going to need a facility like this, and so I'd like to help out.
You'd be amazed. The face of homeless has changed. It looks just like me, and that's what keeps me going. And I just want to help.
Please support the Beacon, because the homeless population needs the Beacon. They really do. They need the services that the Beacon provides. The Beacon is a wonderful place to come. This is a home for me. It has been since the first day I ever came here. I was like, wow, you know, this is pretty cool.
Stay